questions to ask, right? I campaign with the confidence rising. I told WDF don't switch, good times are coming on even deep diving. Fan cams, reactions, watch along, still the pride of London thriving. The Eagles of South, they flying. Keep your eyes on us, we ain't hiding.
Rich, you're muted.
I'm going to send it myself.
How is it going, guys? Welcome back to Eagle Eye Football. This is the Burnley match preview, and we got a familiar face back. Dan, how's it going?
Yeah, I've missed it and I haven't. I mean, I was all like, yes, promoted back to the Prem. Ah, shit, VAR. I mean, the Championship were good. You could, ball hits the back of the net, you celebrate, everything's happy. Yeah, good to be back. Good to be back chatting to everyone that I've not spoke to for a year because you've all been having fun in the big leagues.
Don't worry, we have not been having much fun since you guys gone down. I can't lie to you. As always, Tristan, always welcome on the channel. How's it going?
Yeah, I'm good, man. I'm good. Looking forward to this weekend. Expect 3 points. Yeah, just got to give out all. But yeah, I'm doing good as always, my people. Appreciate it.
Cool. Rich?
Can you hear me?
Make sure you're not muted, though, yeah?
Oh, God.
Oh, my days. Boy, anyway, guys, it's a pleasure to have you back again. It's good to see Burnley back in the Prem, especially, obviously. The manner in which they won the Championship was phenomenal. That is a difficult league to get out of, and you did play the style of football that was like, woo, But let's talk about your season so far, because it's not been great, but I still feel there's been aspects where, like, I look at the first game against City. You weren't out of that game. The game against Man United, you weren't out of that game. It's just, I guess, telling moments. But talk us through your season.
Yeah, strange one. Vincent Kompany came in. Obviously, a lot's changed. Dash went. And he came in with a vision and a plan that to build a youthful squad that in 2 to 3 years' time would then get promotion. He wasn't expecting the players that he brought. I mean, nobody even thought Burnley knew what a foreign market was, let alone for him and look any further than they know, because Brexit FC, that's all we're known as. So to bring in a ton of like foreign talent, get that instant promotion, you almost feel like companies gone, we're a bit ahead of schedule. I want to try and be positive and see the positive in the negative, and say that we will. It's a process. I'm sounding like Arsenal fans now, but it is going to be a process that we can't just expect to come up and roll with the punches. It's going to take time. New players. I mean, we spent over 100 million. Who thought Burnley would get promoted, spend over 100 million? I mean, no one's been done in the papers yet for robbing a banker out. So where it's come from, I don't know. Someone's at the club's clearly got a very successful OnlyFans or something, and it ain't me. So I don't know. I mean, it's been madness, absolute madness. I'm just enjoying the ride. Like I've said to everyone, everyone's like, "Oh no, we'll finish comfortably mid-table," and you're just like, mate, 17th and above. Come on, stop thinking ahead of yourself. We're a newly promoted side. For me, I worry. I think exactly what you said off camera. Naivety this season. We're trying to go toe to toe with every single club we come up against, and I think Kompany needs to open his eyes a little bit and go, "Oh, hold on a minute. This is Burnley. It's not. We have just come up. You're going to have to do the defensive work instead of trying to throw all your eggs in one basket and go forward, and it bite you in the backside." So time will tell. Time will tell. I mean, Kompany keeps saying after games it's all about moments. I think the Brentford defeat a few weeks back, he said that was our, Sheffield United defeat from the Championship. when we were beat 5-2, and then how we bounced back from that. And it's just a case of working on team cohesion as well with a bunch of new players. So it's only, I say it's only a fraction of games in, but we're nearly halfway, aren't we? So it's kind of worrying a little bit now. Some fans are turning a little bit and saying company's out of his depth. I think people need to realise that this is a bigger project than what we thought. And clubs sometimes get it wrong, sometimes get it right. But at the moment, everything at Burnley Football Club is currently going wrong.
Yeah, we did discuss about the whole naivety aspect before we came on, we joined the stream. Has there been any game where you've actually thought, yes, play this style, whether it's win, lose, or draw, like play this way?
The United game, funnily enough, the United game, I thought we were on top in that one. Apart from, like I say, that ping forward by Johnny Evans and the volley by Fernandes. Other than that, I thought we were well in it. We had chances of our own early doors. I mean, down at Forest, we should have got something there. Bournemouth, the other week, we had a last-minute goal ruled out. 1 minute they're showing a line on VAR for onside. Then they showed a second line that says it was offside. And it went on for about 11 minutes. Something stupid, between 8 and 11 minutes. Jesus, I mean, if it's going to go on that long, then you've got to give benefit to the striker, or at least send the referee to the screen. Not, I need another look. So yeah, again, it's a bit cliche, but it's like you say in football. You hope that those things sort of go in your favour eventually over the course of a season.
Absolutely.
100%.
I want to talk about one specific Burnley player because I don't know if these reports were true, but he ticks me off basically. Mike Tressel. Now, we were linked with him if the rumours were to be true, and he said, I'm not going to join Palace because they don't play attacking football. How's this season been going my way?
Mike Tressel. Well, he's made over 5 appearances now, so he's now officially a Burnley player. He's no longer a loanee. It was an obligation to pay 18 million euros, so about 15.5 mil. He's been shit. Simple as that. There's no other way of putting it. He has been shit. I
actually didn't want to hear that. Because you know what's going to happen to Saturday.
No, he's actually been dog shit. Apart from 10 minutes against Everton the other night, and we were shit in that game. Like he's good with the ball at his feet, but he's definitely not yet that player that you've bought in from the Belgian league and was, you know, the assist king and was going to do the biz when he came. Like I say, there were yourselves. There was Newcastle looking as well, and then he's come to a little piss pot in Burnley and he's done naff all. It's comical, absolutely comical.
Lastly, just on company. Now, I'm not saying getting rid of him will be the best thing for you, but I kind of relate him similar to Vieira in the sense of players will come to the club because of company. Do you think maybe if you do get rid of him, that might have like a negative effect on the kind of players you can attract? Or do you think, no, we need to go back to basics anyway?
Oh, massively negative. Massively negative. Half of these, he's bought these youngsters in hope that we will have 100 million, at least one 100 million pound player amongst them. I mean, until they start putting their boots on the right feet and actually realising that they're involved in a game of football, you ain't going to see jack shit in terms of financial value. We need, I mean, if anybody, I'd probably say Luca Koleosho has been a standout. This is a guy who could go on to play for America, Italy. You know, there's about 6 nationalities he could go on play for. But the guy's Italian as well. He's a beast for such a young lad, and his confidence is through the roof. But again, that's where I go back to company and some of his decisions. The United game, Koleosho had Diego Dallo in his back pocket. So what does company do? I'll switch him out to left, where Reguilon has Luka Kolyosho in his pocket, and then never changed it back. And you're just like, are you seeing a different game here? Some of his substitutions have been quite questionable as well. I think he's built quite a big squad now as well. After going down, losing 13 players, then somehow signing 16, then getting promoted, and your chairman saying, "Oh, we might not do much, just the odd addition," and you've spent over 100 million on talent. Are they really justifying the price tag? I'm not saying that players have to justify a price tag, but there's a reason you pay that money for them, and that's because they've got the quality at the moment. After that first season in the Championship, you're like, I'm not going to question companies, ability in the transfer market. You got it right the first time. 19 million for a goalkeeper who proven at League One level, playing every game in the Premier League, and his confidence looks shot. His confidence is just dipping. It's madness. It is madness. I don't want to rant because I could really go in on Burnley and just say how it's been a little bit. The fan base is going a little bit toxic. I want to remain positive. I mean, the club's motto used to be "Dare to Dream" and all this stuff, but now it's apparently "Forever Forward," which I mean should be a different motto. I mean, how about 11 on the line might be a good one. Might not conceding the first 10 minutes of games. But yeah, we're just going to see how it goes. Company, I want him to stay personally. This is a long-term project. This isn't something that's going to just work overnight. People need to realise we are who we are. We're not, we're not your Villa or Brighton or whatever. Rewind.
It's fine. It's fine. We've you can say it. You can say the word.
But those sort of teams that have pushed on a little bit. I think that's what we've tried to achieve, tried to want to be, but it's not. Let's not forget, Villa won't be in the position they were, would it, if it weren't for that goal that never counted? So again, it does go back to what you said, moments.
Sure, Jason. Let's run through some comments, and then we'll talk about the latest Palace news.
Chairman here saying big up. Damo saying, damn. Damo saying oi oi. Sharon here again saying Saturday at the cricket club is coming. 100% will be there again. Like I said to Rich on the phone earlier, Burnley's one of my favourite away days just because of the cricket club before the game.
I'm absolutely gutted I'm not there because I'd have come down and chat to you guys tomorrow, but some selfish arsehole decides he wants to get married.
Big up AJ. Damo saying only place to drink. I'm not sure. I'm sure there's another away pub, but there's one to go to. You go to the cricket club. Up the FM Ducks saying evening all, great guest Dan, top legend, and Tim here just popping in for a second to say hello. Good to see you agree with Dan with that call versus Burnley on the weekend. Felt wrong. Crazy delay on the VAR, and he hopes that Ebbs is back for this game.
Let's get into that. A bit of Palace news. Starting off, let's start off with the contract signings. Ayew and Johnston. Just what are your thoughts on those?
Yeah, very pleased. Sam Johnson deserves it. The guy's been absolutely outstanding ever since he, got into the first team over the likes of Vicente Gaeta from last season. He's been immaculate in that. Jordan Ayew, if you look at him this season, he's been one of our best players. He deserves a contract. I mean, after he scored last week against Spurs, they were like, he got another contract extension. So, I'm pleased. He's probably been one of our most consistent players recently in that. And he's a loyal player, and he's made the most appearances out of most players in our squad, I believe in that as well. He's very, very reliable in that. He's always fit. And he deserves a 1-year extension. And his experience is vital as well. So, it's good to have players like that in your team, especially if you're looking for experience and a bit of leadership, which Ayew, I believe, kind of has in that as well, being an experienced first-team player, in my opinion. So I'm happy with the contract extensions. Hopefully, Eze can sign it as well. Please due to have a contract extension, what I've been hearing on Twitter. Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah, hopefully so. And I mean, you know what? With these contract extensions, I'm taking them with a pinch of salt. I'm just seeing as like we can end up getting a bit more money for them, which ain't a bad. And to be fair, Eze's next year's the last year of his contract. We need him to sign because otherwise we're struggling in the summer. Like he'll go and it's like 30 mil. You know what I mean? Like the valuation will drop.
That'd be bad.
So we definitely need him to sign 100%.
Yeah.
Some other news, JC. What was I going to mention next? I'm not going to mention anything on this because I'm going to discuss it in Vice Presser tomorrow. But Hodgson has apologized.
I'm happy that he's come out and apologized, really. I think that if he was stubborn about it, nudged off the question and just went around it, then I think I'd be sitting here fuming. But I think I wouldn't say I've forgiven him, because he did say that what he tried to say just sort of came out wrong. But still, I'm happy that you take the responsibility, because he knew he messed up, and you can't throw youth talents as young as they are, and especially França, who's 19 and he's just come over from Brazil. He hasn't even been in the country for 2-3 months now, less than that maybe. So you just can't throw him under the bus like how it did. He did say obviously he didn't mean to do it and this and that, but I'm happy he took some responsibility, and he said that he also said that he's actually taken some time out of his week to go to each one of them and say, look, I'm sorry, I didn't mean it like that. And hopefully that's given the players that he called out some confidence to actually try and play like they normally would do. So I'm happy to see what Roy done, but hopefully he won't make that mistake again. But my guy's been on smoke this season. If you're on smoke, towards the board, not towards the players.
I agree.
Exactly, definitely.
But like I said, I'll save my thoughts to tomorrow's Roy Presser. I just need to. It'll be interesting to see what is actually broadcast to us tomorrow. Big up, Dan.
Hey guys.
Tristan, last bit of news before we go into the combined 11.
Yeah.
Mitchell's been training this week.
Yeah.
Alicia and Eze have both been in full training as well. Don't talk about who you'd want to start. We'll get into that.
No. Listen.
Just talk about the fact that they've been training. That's all.
All right. Yeah. Listen, I'll be straight up. Yeah. I'm happy that they're both back in full training. Yeah. If they're fully fit, then they should be in the squad. But we'll talk about that some other time in this preview. But look, I'm sure he will. I'm happy Mitchell's back in full training and that, because when he got injured last week against Tottenham last night? Who's going to play there? Riedewald, Richards, Klein. I don't really want to be seeing anyone of them. Maybe Richards, but he's not really a left back. He's more of a centre back, in it, but he can play there. But yeah, the fact he's been in full training and that, he knows. I think he will be fit for Saturday, but we'll have to wait and see. Maybe he may start at the bench, but I'm happy for that as well. Hopefully, Eze and Elise, just keep grinding and training. They've been training for the last week or so and that together. And, they've been taking part in a few first team training sessions from what I've been hearing. So I'm glad to see that. Yeah, we're going in the right direction, and it looks like the injury crisis is pretty much wearing out, which is pretty good, to be fair, especially with some of our crucial players, Eze and Elise and Mitchell too.
Absolutely. Jason, let's hit a few more of these comments.
Yeah, so
finish 3 more.
Belgian Megamind.
that is a brilliant picture.
That's a great picture, isn't it? I was saying it ain't easy. Mukta says, we could have waited till the summer. I don't think so, because I think we've literally just signed him on the same amount of money. So I'm sure if his contract ran down a bit more, he'd probably want a little bit more. So I think it's a good time to do it now anyway. And it's something that can get us all happy about something, because it's been pretty depressing as a Palace fan lately. And this is one of the reasons why. Ron, you've opened a can of worms. We're not going to speak about it very long, but he says, what is the point of paying 20 million for a keeper who seems to just be the backup to Johnstone, especially with this contract extension?
Make sense.
And injury prone.
I have a feeling
Jesus,
that
very injury prone.
Johnstone is going to go, but I feel like that contract gets rid of that release clause that was in his contract.
Yeah.
That's the only reason why.
The
I
release
feel
clause
we've
was
done
like
it.
10 mil, wasn't it?
Yeah, 10 mil release clause on a
That's
keeper as
nuts,
good
that
as
is.
him. He would have been
Yeah.
snapped up in January easy. So I think the fact that we
100%.
sign him on an extension, I think it's just to get more than 10 million for him if we do so.
Way more than 10 mil.
I think
I'd say so.
I agree with JC. I mean, I don't agree with the principle of buying Henderson for 20 mil.
Yeah.
But say if Johnson does go next summer, or even say the January after, then okay, fair enough. I can see it. But I mean, on the basis of that, it's ridiculous.
No, it's stupid. We could have used that to get a striker rather than a backup goalkeeper. Looking at it now, what a waste of space. What a waste of money. Sorry, I should say.
And I think Whitworth and Goodman will come good in the next couple of years anyway. So
hopefully, yeah.
If Goodman keeps playing like how he is,
Goodman's been incredible.
Yeah, he's been unbelievable.
Crazy. Right, let's hit this combined 11.
All right, so Dan, not Statman, the actual Dan.
The original.
Was Dan on here before Statman? I think he was, wasn't he?
Probably. I think so.
So the original Dan.
Isn't that from like Wu-Tang Clan, by the way?
Yeah.
I've got no idea. But if you haven't forgotten, we do a combined 11. And here we'll go through it twice. So we'll go through it once with all the players that are fit and ready to go. And the second time is just injuries and availability don't matter, just the best squad we can build. Only caveat is you need to have at least 3 players from each team. So you can't build a full Burnley team. You need to have at least 3 Palace players in there, for example.
Right.
So what we'll do is Dan will go through it, the whole thing, and then if we want to make any changes, we'll go back through it again ourselves. So Dan, I'll start you off with the goalkeeper.
Yeah, I can't give it to anyone in claret and blue, can I? Jesus Christ. We concede left, right, and centre. It's got to be Johnston, to be fair.
What a difference a year makes, because we were gifting away the goalkeeper last season.
Oh, good.
Well, I think last time he was in the Premier League, he had Nick Pope. So
yeah,
to be fair, that wasn't a gift back then, was it? Left back.
Left back. Whoever you guys have got, because I'm not being funny. We have literally. You know what? That's the one place in the transfer window we didn't strengthen in, and we signed some guy who can play a bit of left back, but he's dog shit. That Hans Del Croy or whatever he's bloody called, he's shit. Trafford shit. Bayer's been shit. Everybody else, it's just shit. Everything's shit. If they're wearing claret and blue, it's shit. It's dog shit. Fucking shit. Had enough of this bullshit. Simple as.
I felt that, Dan.
This is weird, isn't it? It's Dan and Dan. But you know what you just said about the left back, whoever you have.
Yeah.
Who is your right back? Because whoever your right back is gets in here, even if they are shit, as you said.
Right, I'm going to give it to Vitinho because for his last 2 games, he's been solid. He's actually been pretty decent. So
Broski's not in here, so we'll go for the PSG one.
Yeah, mate, let's go for it.
Your centre back duo.
Oh, so is this is with, I'm guessing no injuries aren't allowed in this one.
Yeah, so if they're injured, they're not playing.
Oh shit. Saying that, Jordan Bayer's back on the grass, so I don't know whether I put Bayer in there just because he's been decent. But you know what? I'm gonna go Anderson.
Yep.
I'm gonna say Anderson. And I'll stick Jordan Bayer in since he's now back on the grass, so he's technically available.
Okay. Who is your DM, your defensive midfielder in this game?
I mean, who have you guys got in that department?
We have got Czech Doucouré, who Liverpool nearly bought off us for £70 million.
Right, well, there you go. That one's sorted then, isn't it?
That was a proper mic drop moment, JC. Like
he tried. He didn't just ask me who I wanted in CDM.
I think it was after last week. JC said, "I am making sure checks in."
Because he wasn't put in last week, and I was fuming.
He was selling CDM to me there. He's like, "Yeah, CDM sorted."
All right.
It was such a loaded question. Who do you think should be your player or this great player that we've got?
I'm going to fill in one of your players for you. Because I think, even as I'm not a Burnley fan, I think he deserves to be in here.
Do you?
Or do you not think so? Okay, who would you put in there then? He's gone now.
I'd give it, if anything, if I was going to put any Burnley player in from midfield, I'd say Josh Cullen.
He's suspended though? 5 yellows.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, shit house. Jesus Christ. Brownhill it is then.
I don't know. Let me add him back then.
Yeah, see, just felt rest out, mate. You know, let's just say.
The other midfielder, who have you got?
Sander Berge, but he's been played in the wrong area for me. He's been played more defensively than attack. So
the only other guy we've really got to offer here is Jefferson Lerma.
Yeah, that's a shout actually.
Why not? Go for it.
Because what we can do is, because Brownhill was pretty good last season in the 10. So
I was going to say, I don't know what's more worrying. I don't know what is more worrying here. That I have to. There's got to be 3 from each team, and I've got one more Burnley player to pick from an attacking 3, and they're all shit and can't finish.
I remember we've got loads of injuries
you'll
up
get
front.
someone in. You'll definitely get someone in up front.
Oh no, I have got 3 because I've got my PSG.
You got your 3 now already. Okay, your left winger. Let's go with that.
I mean, where does Eze play? Is he more on the left?
He's injured still, technically.
Is he? Oh, good shout. I'll go for Coley Oshaw. I'm just going to say this is a guy that I think you need to keep an eye on for future reference. He is going to be a world beater at some point. Definitely won't be in Claret and Blue Burnley anyway, but he will go on to better things.
I highly doubt this guy's going to be on here, but let's... Oh, he is. There we go. Striker.
Stick one of your guys in there because I was naff. I don't know whether Foster's going to be back or not. Jay Rodriguez is shit. Zeki, I'm doing his shows up against Forest Cup, and apart from that, that's it. So yeah, we're dead.
Right wing then. Round it out.
Anyone you want to sell to me, JC, in that position, or
I know.
Jordan, are you?
Yeah, go for it.
I know a man with a particular set of skills.
It's JC and his selling ability.
How has Ayu got its way in here?
Hey, he just signed an extension, all right?
That just shows you how bad it is.
Yeah, he has been good for us this year, though.
No, he has. He has, to be fair.
Okay, now we'll do it with injuries are no question. Who are you changing, Dan, if everyone's fit?
And you still have to have 3 of each.
Well, Eze is going to get in that front 3, hasn't he? Eze has to get in there. Or if not, in Brownhill's position.
I would say,
do you put Brownhill?
Yeah.
I think put Brownhill where Lerma is. Drop Lerma for Eze.
Okay. I'm doing this one.
Yeah, I was going to say Elise definitely.
100%.
Yeah.
I kind of want to change Bayer for Gay.
Yeah, no,
yeah,
definitely.
go for it.
It's still at their 3, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
So
Feels a little harsh on Lau Foster, though.
Yeah, I was going to say, would he not get in? Or
Yeah, I pick Foster and Edward all day, in my opinion.
He is
Lau Foster would get in, but I just don't think. I don't know. I mean, take him out away from the Burnley team, the way we've been playing at the moment. Yeah, decent, but I don't know. I mean, it depends on how your forwards have been compared to ours. Because apart from Foster being a completely different player to what he were in the Championship season, he's. I'll let you guys make the decision on that striker role because for me, yeah, Foster's been all right. But how you guys see your season as well?
I don't know. I'm happy with this so far. What are we saying?
You will be. It's just practically Palace with 3 new signings.
Well, 2 of them were in the right places, or right back in the left wing.
Yeah, that's where we needed it.
True.
Yeah.
I'm happy. I'm happy if you guys are happy.
Cool.
Cool. Right. Tristan.
Mm.
The floor is yours. Talk us through your 11.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I mean, look, it's a good solid starting 11. Like I said, if Eze and Elise are fully fit, then play them. You know what I mean? Without them 2 in the sides, we can't score goals for Toffees. I mean, let's give ourselves a reality check and be realistic. You know what I mean? They give Edward like the service and that. They've got the quality and the technicality, and they've been training, in some first team sessions. For what I've been seeing on Twitter, and I looked at sources, and it says they were fully fit. If they're not fully fit, then obviously, don't start them. Maybe have them on the bench or just leave them for the Everton game. But yeah, it's a solid starting 11. That would definitely give us 3 points for Saturday if that did happen. That's my opinion.
JC, what's your counter argument?
All I say is there's some beef on Twitter, yeah. Because I said to Tristan, there's no way that Eze and Elise are starting this game. Absolutely no way whatsoever. You might see Eze on the bench, but you ain't seeing Elise because I think Hodgson in his press conference said that Elise isn't even in contact training yet. He's still with the physios. He's still running around cones. So he's far out. He'll probably be back after the break, so we ain't going to see him for a while. Eze, he's not starting, but he'll be on the bench. But other than that, I don't really have any issues with what Tristan's put there.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I saw Elise with Eze in training, so I mean, I just thought he'd be ready. I mean, he was due back last week.
That's an old picture. That's not a current picture. You know that, right? That's a picture from a year ago.
Oh no. Yeah, I've just only realised that now. I was just looking at it like that's got to be like it's winter, and I was just like, they're probably training together. But okay, well.
I've been baited like that in the past.
Yeah, damn, that's a bit of an L for me, So yeah, well, if Eze's fit, he's on the bench. I suppose if Elise isn't ready, then we save him for after the international break, if that's when he's due to actually come back. Because I mean, I did think he'd be back for this game because, like I said, he was due against Spurs last week, and he weren't in the squad. And then they're saying he isn't even in contact training, and he's definitely not going to be playing. Now I just found that out literally. So yeah, that's an L for me to take on the chin.
What would our 11 be though? What do you think our 11 should be? Let's construct an 11.
If you want, I mean, realistically, looking into this game, I'd say it'll be Johnson in goal, left back Mitchell, Gay and Anderson. I'd say right back would be Joel Ward, Lerma and Doucouré, and in cam, I'd start Franco. I would start Franco. I generally would. Left hand side, I would. So up front, I'd go with Edward. On the right hand side, I'd probably say Jordan Ayew, and on the left hand side, Raksaki, because he's way better than Jeffrey Schlupp, isn't he? Because Schlupp last week was terrible. He was useless. I mean, how he's still even getting in the team over Raksaki? I mean, what's Raksaki got to do to get in the team? He's had enough Premiership experience this season So give him a few run of games and start him just to get his confidence up. And you're playing Jeffrey Schlupp over him. Do you know what I mean? It's ridiculous. So yeah, like realistically, yeah, that's the team I'd go for. To be fair, and yeah, Franco and Cameron that as well.
Yeah, we go with Ribery because he's a Frank. And there's no transfer.
No, that's brought me pain. Frank Ribery.
Yeah, so I think that's a strong enough 11, and even that side, even that team starting tomorrow, I still expect us to win because it's a must-win, and these are the games that we should be winning. Especially against.
I would only actually make one change, and it's not because I want to make the change. I still think we just need that experience in that 10 position, and it will be Schlupp to play in the 10. As much as I think Franklin will start.
See his face.
But Rich, no, I disagree, bro. I'm just saying.
Tristan, what I'm saying is, you're right in saying that he shouldn't be playing. Trust me, I know this, but don't think it was still going away to Turf Moor, And I don't think Burnley, for me, strike me as a very physical side. Dan, correct me if I'm wrong, please.
They're not anymore.
Weak as piss.
Fair enough. Stop France then. Every time I think Burnley, I just think they're just kicking players up in the air, and I'm like,
we've lost that physicality, mate. That's it. That's gone.
Good. Yeah, you just think Burnley, and you're thinking, Claret and Blue Stoke City getting absolutely lumped up and back the pitch.
100%. All right, fair enough. If it's a case where then stop France. He won't do it, but Nate, what's your thoughts on Saturday's game? And good to see you again, man. I know you've been working hard.
Yeah, obviously I've been away for a bit with personal issues, as you guys know. I'm not going to get into it and everything. But Saturday, look, after Newcastle and Spurs, we just need to get anything from this game. And obviously, Burnley, we've got a bit of a mixed record up there. We've won up there a few times. We've been battered up there a few times. I'm still not over that Frank de Boer debacle. Chang Yong Lee, there's blood on your hands, mate. Still not over that one. But honestly, we just need to get players fit for the Luton game. Like this game, get a point if we can, get the win if we can, and just keep it moving because we need to see our fully fit squad back soon. So, look, I'm not necessarily thinking that Burnley will smash us, but with the way results have gone lately for us, it's hard not to look past the draw. I'd love a win, but I just don't see where the next goal is coming from because against Newcastle, yes, Newcastle are a good team, but against Newcastle, we were about as threatening as a plastic hammer. Like, it's just not going to work. Let's be real. So, importantly for us, just get the main players back fit and take it from there.
Dad, what's your thoughts on the game?
I feel like had Eze and Elise be back and ready starting, I would be pretty confident. But as they're not, I just think we're going to lack that firepower up front to actually work it. I thought yesterday on Tactical, I predicted 1-0 to us, but I could quite easily see it being 1-1, to be honest. I'm more positive after Roy's comments about saying sorry earlier today. That's made me feel a lot better. Because honestly, the Spurs game, I felt like there was quite a bad taste after it. And I felt pretty negative about this game coming up mainly because of that. But yeah, personally, I actually agree with Tristan's formation. I'd like to see Rak-Sakyi have a go because Jeff Schlupp, last week he completed 2 passes in however long he was on the pitch. So
60 minutes.
Yeah, that's where I think that I feel like Roy's going to play him, and it's just him, and also I think that he'll play Mateta as well. And I think we're just not going to have that firepower to actually make use of any chances or anything like that. I'm just hoping.
Dan, sorry to cut you, but let's be honest, boys. Jeffrey Schlupp and Mateta in 2023. Yeah, it's officially that bad.
Yeah, we are that bad.
But you must remember, you can't criticize Uncle Steve. Remember that you're not a proper fan if you criticize Uncle Steve. All hell breaks loose when you go after the board. I've noticed that when you go after the board, oh my God, you're going to have to prepare for an onslaught because the
I'm ready
parish
for that.
lovers, they come
I'm
out in their
ready.
armies. It's
Mate,
mad.
I'm ready, man. Listen.
Yeah, I know you're ready, Tristan, but
you know me.
like as Dan said, you could easily look at 1-0 for us. You could easily look at 1-0. Could easily look for an outhouse 2-1 win for Burnley. You just know what's coming because what's that? Burnley haven't won a couple of games. Oh yeah, we know. Yeah, we've been here before. We know that script. We know what's going to happen. But I think after the Spurs game in particular, I was just like, it's a sucker punch, man. Like they had one shot on target and won 2-1. Why does this not surprise me? Why does it not surprise me?
Yeah.
Just how do you see the game then?
Well, I expect us to win, Rich. I'm not going to lie. I expect us to win. You look at the way Burnley have been this season. No disrespect, Dan, but you lot have been terrible.
No.
You know, you lot have been useless. I'm sorry. I'm just saying how it is. I'm just saying how it is.
Honestly,
I'm just saying how it is.
You're not lying.
Serious.
You're not lying.
I look at the players we got, and on paper we should win. So I'm expecting 3 points. I'm expecting a 2-0 win. You know, if we lose that game, then the fans have got every right to snap at Roy on the board. I'm not even kidding, because last week against Spurs, I was absolutely livid with the manner we played in the second half, and we got punished. Like you lot said, they had one shot on target, and we ended up losing 2-1. Typical Palace, same old problems. We couldn't take our chances when needed. We lack that quality. Do you know what I mean? I'm just like, I was just fed up. And Roy's comments afterwards as well, stupid. You never criticize your players publicly. Now, yes, I'm happy that he's apologized, and I feel a little bit better going into, you know, Saturday's game and that. And look at the games we've got: Burnley this weekend, Everton next week, Luton after that. I expect 3 wins in a row. You know what I mean? These are teams we should be beating. You know, if we struggle to beat them, why are we in the Premier League? Do you know what I mean? So I expect 3 points.
Facts.
I expect us to. I look at our defensive record this season. Yeah, in the last 2 games, we've been shambolic against you know, Newcastle and against Spurs. We were kind of unlucky, but we still conceded 2 goals at the end of the day. Do you know what I mean? I don't even care. What I didn't even see that comment, whatever. But yeah, like, listen, we just gotta keep solid. We just gotta take our chances. Give Edouard the service, you know, and we'll get 2 goals and win the game. You might even get a double. I'm being serious. I expect nothing but 3 points. I'm just being realistic, and this is what I expect for Saturday's game. You know what I mean? If we don't win, you know, it's going to be big problems at the club, and fans are not going to be happy. You know what I mean? So yeah, I'm just going to say how it is, to be fair, people. Honestly, I didn't even see that. I didn't see them comments. I'm not going to lie. I didn't even notice what he said.
Let me show you this one again.
Run it back.
Chris said, whatever. I said whatever. I can't even remember. I don't even remember.
He said no disrespect.
And then went to cuss him.
And then went full on cussing him. So So you could have gone like Tupac and just hit him up after that.
Oh, good lord.
JC, how do you see the game then?
You know what? I'm quietly confident, but I wouldn't be surprised. It is one of the things where I'm confident, but I also wouldn't be surprised if we don't get 3 points or if we don't win at all, if we lose. It's just a very Palace thing to do that. We've got nothing up front. They struggle scoring goals. We struggle scoring goals. So it could be the deadest 0-0 you've ever seen. Or just the way football works is because we've both got nothing up front, it's going to be a goal fest. Because the thing is, you just don't know about football. And I'm pretty sure the last 2 trips that we took to Burnley, funny enough that we talk about Schlupp, I think he scored in both of those. One of them he had the shot, but it was eventually an own goal, and I'm sure he scored a banger the year before. Like, I think the ball came down, he hit it first time into the far corner, so he actually scored a really nice goal. I wouldn't be upset if Schlupp started, if I'm honest, purely just because of the scoring record. But yeah, it's one of the ones where they do throw everything forwards, and the thing is with Burnley, if it works, if what company wants to do works, it works really well and it's very effective. I think they scored against Luton. I think Trafford passed it to the centre back, and they scored in 3 passes, like literally just straight through the whole team, cut them like butter. So the thing is with Burnley, if what company wants to do works, it works really well, and they commit people forward. So if they do miss the shot, they still have people to be there on the rebound because they overload the offensive areas. It's just the thing is if they don't score and you hit them on the break, all their players are still up. They're not really running to get back. They're just sort of jogging. So then we've got an overload going the other way. So it could be a goal fest, but it could be a dead game. So I've gone for 3-1 Palace, hoping that we can put away some chances.
Hopefully.
And lastly, Dan.
Burnley 1, Crystal Palace 4.
Really?
Yeah, honestly,
from?
Mate, trust me, I'm being serious here. I'd love it. You know what? I'm doing it. I'm saying it as well because hopefully a bit of reverse psychology, maybe.
Yeah, I was waiting for that.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
You know,
I was waiting for that because I'm thinking, hang on a minute. No. What he's really thinking is 5-0 Burnley. I know what he's on about.
But it's like you guys have said, it could be one of those like really horrible games. I think you will. It'll either be like JC said, big scoring game because we can't finish for shit, and just they come from everywhere. We are crap at set pieces. We can't defend for shit. So you've got Hart at the back as well, which we're just gonna struggle with left, right, and centre. I don't see where our goals are coming from. The only positive I can take out of this weekend's game is we're at home. That is it. How many times company says we need a reaction? I'm not being funny. I could eat a cucumber right now and my face blow up. Like that's not the reaction I want. But at least it's somebody in a Burnley shirt getting a fucking reaction. Pause. It's honestly, yeah. I was on about eating cucumber. Eating.
The last time you were on, you were talking about being down with the kids. Now you're talking about eating cucumbers. I'm very worried, Dan.
Look, listen. Nothing was proven. I was released on bail. The conditions ended yesterday. Guess who's back? No, I just think we've not got anything. We've literally not got anything to throw at you guys, and I think if we do get a reaction, brilliant. But I don't see where it's coming. I really don't. And I think after you guys, we've got Arsenal. So let's just continue this trend of being the whipping boys in the league. I mean, it's a good job that Sheffield United are doing shitter than us. Otherwise, we'd be, the thing that worries me, I always say, if we can get past that first 10 minutes, buzz in. We've not conceded. But I don't see where it's coming from. I really don't see where it's coming from. And I'm not talking about the cucumber. I see that every day of the week. But it's just... like I say, Burnley, you know what? You probably are gonna old school Burnley us. We are gonna literally power forward, like JC said, and you're gonna be that behind the ball, letting us have possession, and us doing absolutely f all with it, and then you guys shit out a 1-0, and then all Burnley fans are going, you know what? This is bullshit. We've been out Burnleyed again. I could just see it happening now.
Mm-hmm. For me, I just want a better performance. First things first. What's funny? Like when I look at the Spurs game, not so much the Newcastle game, but when I look at the Spurs game, as much as I didn't say we played very well, we still create chances. We do actually create not maybe clear-cut chances, but we do create half chances, and maybe if the decision making is a bit better in the final third, so hopefully, I want the performance. Yes,
Henry. Yes,
he's not wrong.
100%.
Very good point.
I'd have got rid of J. Rodriguez in a heartbeat because he's dog shit. I don't care whether he's from Burnley or not. I megged him in year 7, told him he'd never make it a footballer. I'm sat on YouTube. He's sat on 20-30 grand a week. But yeah, Ashley Barnes was just next level, even in that championship season, because he was that older head. He was almost like the father of the group, and he was that man like that just pieced it all together a little bit. Got everyone together. I never thought I'd see Ashley Barnes be able to change his way of playing when he's been so used to that lumping it forward for many a year. The likes of Barnes, Cork, Goodmanson have all had to change the way they play to suit company's philosophy. I'd have kept hold of Barnes. It screams the Vardy situation at Leicester, that even if he just comes on for that last 10 minutes to ruffle a few feathers at the back, that's enough. Goals wins games, yeah, but at least if he can take somebody out the game while somebody else runs into that pocket of space, he's still doing his job for me.
Yeah, he's a proper shithouse as well, isn't he, Ashley Barnes?
Oh yeah,
I respect it. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I think the time when you had was it Barnes and Chris Wood up front together, that was always a pretty terrifying duo if you had centre backs like what we had back in the day. But let's go into the predictions. So Rich, myself, and Rihanna all on 7 points, with Dan, Nicky, and Nate all picking up 5 points. So we've changed our predictions a little bit. So it's 3 points for a bang on score and only 1 point for a correct result. So for example, the Spurs game was 2-1, so Rich got the 3 points, but then the Arsenal game was 5-0. Rich put 3-0. He only got 1 point for that.
Yeah.
That leaves the total scores to Rich and Nicky. They would be tying for the lead, but Rich is there on goal difference, or correct score difference is what we're going to call it now. With me picking up the 3rd position, Rihanna picking up the 4th position, Dan with the 5th position, and Nate in last place. The little star next to Dan is after a 15-point deduction from a dodgy copy and paste.
Hang on a minute. I accidentally copy and pasted the wrong ones, yeah. Because normally I copy and paste it. I copy it into my notepad, I change it, and I paste it back. I pasted the wrong ones back, and I admitted it 20 minutes into the Friday game.
He self-snitched.
Yeah. It's self-snitching, Dan. You can call it what you want.
It wasn't as bad as Nicky.
The worst part is, the reason why I didn't just edit it was because I thought you could see the edit history, but it turns out that's not true.
You can. It just said a time, but now there's a bot in place. So if you try it, I'll sin bin you myself.
Oh, believe me, I make sure I copy and paste the right things nowadays.
Here is the full table with Rich in 1st place and Nicky in 2nd. Then we've got Manj, Moss, Midge, Martin, Doug, myself. Dexter, you've fallen off. How am I ahead of you now?
Yeah.
You have had 2 stinkers in a row. Crazy. Rihanna, Statman Dan, Nate, and then we've got Vibes, and we go to the 2nd page. AJ, Louis, and then we've got the people that just don't do it anymore. OTC and Coltrane. Makai's bust case. He saw he was getting a forfeit and then ducked out.
He ducked out of Discord.
He ducked out of Discord and everything.
No, but listen, we're leaving it there. When we find him back, he's getting a forfeit. I don't care.
When we find him.
And
it just means that if OTC finishes just above him, he's doing one as well.
Yeah, 100%.
And Dan, this is where you come in, the guest league. So we've got Martin with 10 points at the top. We've got Matt with 9 points. Harry, Tariq on 8 points. OT with 6 points, and Ed and Wolverine on 5. So basically, you just got to not come last.
Shouldn't be hard.
Don't go anywhere. You'll be surprised.
Clip that, people. Clip it.
What we'll do is just WhatsApp me all the score predictions for this weekend. But by Saturday 11:30, I think.
11:30, yeah, because there's a 12:30 game.
There's no Friday.
I'll do it. I'll do it as soon as we're over.
Sweet. I think that covers everything. Yeah, I think that's everything.
Oh, I forgot to mention one thing. Actually, to be fair, Burnley are shit.
Oh, thanks for letting us
We
know.
know that.
No worries.
That's Tristan that said that. No,
I'm joking. I'm just messing.
If you're struggling to realize who Tristan is this one.
Yeah, that's him. The one next to you there, Dan. Yeah, he said that. No, none of the EEF team said that. Just for clarification.
Mukhtar's also right. We can also be shit.
No, you're right. You're right. You're right about that as well, Mukhtar.
To be honest, when we play well, I'm shocked.
Oh, good.
If we play half decent, I'm shocked.
If we manage to
get 3 goals,
parties together, I'm actually like, okay, they're up for it today.
I'm just hoping
give Roy a kit. Give Roy a kit. Honestly, we're that shit.
I'm just hoping that our away fans get to sing "How crap must you be? We're winning away." We need to be singing that because that'll show you how bad they are and we are. Because it's not looking good, as Rich would say.
Listen, Nate, we'd come back at you with "How shit must you be? It's only 1-0." That's how bad we are, mate.
That might actually happen. There's like a 50% chance of that happening.
If that's the case.
Yeah, no, trust me, Dan. We know because believe me, we've been there under a number of managers where we're like, "You're beating us," but like, it's not an achievement, mate. We're rubbish.
It feels horrible to be coming on and being so negative about the way we are at the minute, but. Like I said, part of me wants to say that it's a process and we've got to trust in that it will come good eventually. But is that going to be after another season of relegation and then promotion again? Mm-hmm. Who knows? I mean, people call it, like I said, people calling for company's head, but these people are too short-minded. Let's not forget, Dash relegated us. We kept hold of him, got promoted. Season after, European finish. So, sometimes people, we know how fickle it can be, from a manager perspective. If you're going to back a manager with 100 million on promotion, surely you see him here for the long haul. Fingers crossed.
Guys, sorry, I've got to cut because I've got to tend to some private business behind the scenes. So I'm going to shoot off. Dan, great to see you again. Big up to everybody watching.
Take it easy.
And hopefully for 3 points on the weekend. I've got to go. I'll see you later.
Easy for you guys.
Yeah,
easy. But yeah, it's hard. It's hard. It's going to be difficult, no matter what happens. But like we say, it's a fickle business, isn't it? Football these days, and managers get chopped for no reason. I mean, Gary O'Neill at Flaming Bournemouth, and now next minute goes to Wolves and gets a result against them. And I mean, even in the Championship, Rob Edwards got his 24 hours at Watford, and then went to their rivals and got them promoted. It's just, but the thing is people. This is the one question you ask, isn't it? Is when people got called for a manager's head, what managers are out there now? Like there used to be that plethora of managers. Someone that you could just go to, even just to steady the ship. Your big Sam's, Ian Holloway, Mark Hughes, but even they've just decided, nah, sorry, I'll drop into League Two and start managing teams like that because nobody wants that style of football anymore. Everyone wants this young up and coming thing. I just don't want company falling into that Gerrard, Lampard, Rooney bracket. I actually want him to be a success. But
that's for sure.
Guys, we'll end it there. Obviously, huge game Saturday for both teams, to be honest. For us, it's a start of 5-game stretch, which on paper, we could be getting points from all 5 on paper, which could lead us into good stead because our December's horrible.
Man City, Liverpool, and Chelsea.
It's horrible.
Yeah, and Brighton as well. Yeah, that reminds me.
But Dan, let everyone know where they could find you. Obviously, I know you said you're busy with your new job. Congratulations on that too. So shout out your channel.
Yeah, you can find us on Turf Morehouse TV. Going to try and get back into it as and when I can. But yeah, please do go check us out. We're on every single bit of social media other than OnlyFans. So yeah, check us out.
Tristan?
Yes, for people, you know it is, and that. Check out my vlogs and that. We're going to be going to Burnley this weekend. Cannot wait. My channel is at the bottom left-hand corner of the screen and that as well. So we've got a load more vlogs coming up over the next few months and that. Cannot wait, especially over the hectic Christmas period too. So yeah, make sure to go and subscribe. Follow me on my socials and that as well, which will be in the link in the description to all my videos and in my bio for my YouTube channel. And yeah, hopefully we win this weekend. Pray to God we do for once.
Bro has got the shout out on lock. I swear down.
It's professional.
Every time it's flawless.
That's a wrap.
It's so professional, and you know where to find the rest of us. Tristan, me and JC will see you at Burnley.
Yeah, I'll be there as well. Let's go.
Daniel, you're not traveling this time, are you?
No, unfortunately, I got two mates decide to have their birthday that day.
Gotcha.
So both Dans can't make it.
Both Dans can't make it because their mates are inconsiderate arseholes who get born on a match day or get married on a match day.
Oh, God. Oh, my God.
That's it. Took the words out of my mouth, Dan.
No, absolutely. So,
Cool. Yeah, that's it, guys.
Make sure you go to the cricket club.
Go to the cricket club, and hopefully we won't see any cucumbers at the palace. Egos!
Egos!